And hello everyone, welcome once again. My name is Logan and this is Decode Your Reality, and today I'm doing a special presentation on how to decode your totem pole. And you may be scratching your head like, well, Logan, what's my totem pole? What does that mean? Well, if you're into personal development, folks, and what I mean by that is if you're into understanding who you are on a deeper level, if you're into the mystical arts, and that would include astrology, numerology, human design, Enneagram, the tarot, the cards of illumination, then this is really going to be right up your alley, folks. The totem pole is, of course, a Native American tradition or a Native American design or expression. I'm going to be featuring my very good friend, Mr. Santos, Bonacci, Mr. Syncretism himself. Last month I was fortunate to have him come stay with us in LA, and I was really gifted with spending some time with this amazing man, and he was open to doing his totem pole. So of course he wants to know more about how he functions in this matrix reality, and this is what this totem pole is all about. We want to know how we function in this matrix reality through the animals, because that's what the totem pole is all about. And it goes into this, folks. This is the Native American tarot cards, the medicine cards, as I like to call them. There's 52 of these, and that matches the 52 weeks of the year. So they're very accurate, and it's going to give you another layer to observe yourself from. You only do this particular layer of who you are one time in your life, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So Santos was born on March 24th. His birthday card is the crow. And if you know anything about this card, which I'm going to show you, it's really the crow is the keeper of the secrets of the world. Notice the reflection in the card. So this has great accuracy when you're describing Mr. Santos. And I mean, this guy was born to do syncretism. If you don't know who he is, folks, press pause and go to YouTube and type in Mr. Astrotheology and check out his channel. He also has a website called universaltruthschool.com. This guy's been doing this work, and what I mean by work is understanding truly how this matrix reality works. But nonetheless, let's get into how this whole format works so you can do this on your own time. It all starts with getting this product right here, folks. You're going to need the cards. There's 52 of these. You can get the book that goes along with it, but it's not necessary because there's a website that will tell you all about what each card means, and it's derived from the book. But if you want to get the book, you can get a used one for $5. But you're going to need the cards. And when you do this, when you get these cards to do your totem pole, folks, this is what it's going to end up looking like, which matches the reason why I have the chakras is because these layers of the totem pole are just a mirror of the chakra points, which of course is derived from the Vedic systems. So you only do this one time. You're going to pick 9 cards. You pick 7 cards. You can pick them any way you want. You want to obviously have them all face down. You can just jumble them up on the bed and grab 7 cards with your right hand, and then you want to grab 1 card from your right hand and 1 card from your left hand, which would be these cards right here. So you want to do 7 with your right hand, and then 1 with your right hand, 1 with your left hand, and that'll give you your totem pole. Now, folks, you'll only do this one time in your life. That's it. One single time, and then you get your totem pole, which is, these are the wings. That's why, the wings are right here. These are what the wings are, the 8th and 9th cards. Now let me zoom in and show you what they really kind of represent. So roughly each card is going to be related to a planet. That's why I have the astrological signs there as well. But it's going to be distinguished with certain years of your life. So for instance, the first card represents your root chakra. And that root chakra, let me just go over here so you can see. So the first card is going to be your root chakra, and it's going to represent when you first came into this world until about the age of 13. And then you're going to move on to the second card, which represents your sacral, which is the planet Venus, which is Taurus. You can get into a lot of other layers when you start to bring all these things together. And that goes from year 13 to year 26, right around that time frame, give or take. It may spill over, but nonetheless, this is the years, I believe, that are linked to these cards. Card number 3, representing your solar plexus chakra, which would, of course, be Gemini. And that would be from years 26 to 39. And that would be, these cards are all labeled with 1 or 2 words. And that'd tell you more about, who you are and why you're here. And I'm going to go over some of these cards and show you what they mean and how accurate these are. Card number 4, representing your heart chakra, which is green. That's years 39 to 52. And then card number 5, representing your throat chakra, is exactly where Santos is at the current moment. Years 52 through 65, which represents, of course, it gets blue, the cyan color, and your throat chakra. And it's really interesting, so we're going to come back to that. And then you have 65 to 78 would be your third eye, which would, for Santos, it's the whale. And then the crown is card number 7, and that's pretty much the latter years of your life, the finishing touches. Now, again, why do we stop at 91? Well, 91 in numerology equals battery. The word battery equals 91. The average lifespan of a male and female is around 79, 80, 81 years. So I'm going obviously extended beyond that, but if you're in good health and whatnot, this is a really good number to focus upon, I feel anyway. And of course, that could keep extending out. So I'm just going on generalizations. These are not set in stone, folks. These can be extended or descended. It just depends on who we're talking about. But nonetheless, here's the crown, and then here are your wings. Here is your left wing. Here is your right wing. This would be east. This would be west. And that would represent, again, the wings on the actual totem pole itself. So that's how that works. Now, I wanted to focus on a few things here, folks, and that is, Santos, he actually pulled his birthday card, and it fell into place. It was in position number 2, which is the sacral, which is Venus, which is Taurus, and he pulled his birthday card. And I want to just show you what this one's all about. So I've pulled these up. This is the website that I really adore. It's called Advanced Soul Recovery, and this is really the book right here. But remember, not only did Santos pull this card for his sacral position, card number 2, but he pulled it for his birthday. So it has major significance for him. And, again, the crow, when you read this, crow is the keeper of the sacred law. And the crow can bend the laws of the physical universe and shapeshift. Now, whatever that means to you is whatever it means to you. I'm not going to go too deep into the interpretations of this, but trust me, folks, this is Santos in a whole, because he was born on the 24th. And, if you know him, this whole entire interpretation really describes what he's all about. The keeper of the sacred law. That right there is kind of the nail in the coffin when you describe the great Santos Bonacci, because he's giving to the world his interpretation of what he thinks is the sacred law. And let's be real here. You may not agree with everything he says, and that's okay. But nonetheless, he's delivering to the world a message unlike no other. And he's really giving his servitude to the world to help it out. And that's what this crow energy is all about. So that's really what he was living through here, not only throughout his entire life, because this card's fixed for him on his birthday, but in his 13 through 26 years. I didn't know him back then, but I know that this is a really fixed area for him. Really, I think he would even agree that this is really the years of when his wisdom started to really come forth. And that's through the Jaguar energy. And, you know, 51, folks, that number is tied to the crown. It's tied to the higher authorities. And Jaguar medicine, I don't know if, did I even put it on here? No, I did not, because I didn't want to show this one. But nonetheless, this is, I feel, and I think Santos would agree, this is probably when his journey, when he really awoken out of what he was doing here. I mean, he was obviously born to do this, you know, but nonetheless, this is really where I feel his big standouts are. In his heart chakra position. In the heart chakra position, which would be in the position Jesus would hold, because Jesus is Jupiter, Jesus Zeus, the great Zeus of the Greek mythology. But look at what card he has here, folks. The 33rd card, which represents stealth. And this is in German, by the way, so, but nonetheless, it still means the same thing. But this number here blew me away when he pulled that card out for his heart chakra. Because if you know anything about the number 33, folks, I mean, it's 33 steps in Freemasonry. You know, he's all about raising the Christos, which has to go up the spinal cord, up the 33 steps of the 33 vertebrae. And of course, that's where the real esoteric crucifixion happens. And he has it in his heart chakra position. I was completely amazed at that. And when you go read about the weasel, you know, it's very, very fitting for him to have this card in this position. You know, it's a rare gift to get this card in that position. And again, you know, folks, if you know anything about the 33, you know, those that are not service to the world, those that are service to self, that are really trying to pull the world down, they go by, this is their code. And as we know, being a numerologist, you know that every number has a dualistic nature to it. So it has a good side and a bad side. Well, obviously, we know what Santos is all about. But nonetheless, this weasel card, you can read about this on your own time and really understand how powerful these cards are and why they're so really accurately describing the great Santos Bonacci. This one is really the kicker for me here, and it's really in his throat chakra position. Card number 5, and this is the years he's living through right now. And this card is all about transmutation. And how fitting, I mean, the snake, the serpent. A lot of esoteric around that animal. Theology, I mean, it's embedded there heavily. 6 is the first master number. We're told that the creation of Earth was done in 6 days. So this has great significance as well. And when you read about the snake, and this word right here, I mean, this is what this guy is doing. Santos is transforming the world through transmutation, shedding that skin, and that's what the snake is all about. You know, the snake medicine people are very rare. You know? So it's all about transmuting mental, physical, spiritual, emotional. You know, it's the power of creation, reproduction, ascension, immortality. I mean, it's about the life and birth, rebirth cycle. And that's done by the shedding of the snake's skin. I can keep going on, and I'll leave these links so you can read about them for yourself. But folks, if you know anything about what Santos is doing in his work, I mean, this is so highly accurate, it's ridiculous. Because this is the life he's living right now. He's living through this snake energy. And this is what this guy is doing. He is transmuting the world through his knowledge and his wisdom. And it's absolutely amazing to watch him in action and know that this is taking place. Know that he's in exactly the position he's supposed to be in right now. Because, you know, this is what he's doing. He's using the throat chakra to communicate to the world, is he not? I mean, if you don't have a voice, you ain't doing much communicating. And if he's all about taking things and changing them with his voice, completely describes him to an absolute T, which is amazing. And then, you know, to finish this presentation, he's going to be moving into this third eye position, And when he does, this card right here, the whale, is the record keeper of the entire earth. The whale is the largest animal on earth. And if you read about the whale, it'll tell you that it was here long before man ever got here, and it's so large. The largest animal, of course, has a big thing to do with this matrix reality. And if the whale is the record keeper, and he's got it in his third eye, and he's transmuting the world by shedding many layers of all the bullshit that we've been programmed with, and setting a new record in this life, I mean, that's so very fitting for him right now. And then, you know, he leads off his crown, his later years in life, with the beautiful energy of the hummingbird. Notice it's a master number 44, and of course, this card is all about joy. And of course, I mean, he's doing his destiny. He's living the life of what he was supposed to be doing. So I'll pose the question to you. Are you living out the life that you're supposed to be living? You see, when you do these layers of yourself, personal development, you understand, and then you start to move towards your natural destiny, folks. You know? I mean, to go even further, his wings from east to west. The skunk, of course, is the yin-yang, the black. It's on the 7 card. 7 means rest and reflection. And it's all about, the skunk's all about reputation, because if you're going to rest and reflect on your 6 days of creation, you're going to be looking at your reputation. And of course, Santos is always doing heavy studies, because if you're going to be delivering to the world information, well, you better make sure that it's, you know, really close to being accurate. So reputation's involved. And then the turkey on the west side, remember, it goes east to west, the longitude line. This card is all about giving things, giving it all away. The turkey energy is all about giving it away. And that's exactly what Santos is doing. He's giving this information away, and he's keeping record of it for the third eye to reprogram the pineal gland. Because that's what needs to get done in our matrix, because we've been duped in so many ways. So that's it, folks. If you need any help on this, you got to get the cards. You're going to have to get these cards right here. But once you get those cards, you can inbox me. You can ask Santos. It's really simple. You pull 9 cards. You pull 7 cards with your right hand, and then 1 with your right hand and 1 with your left hand. And you want to do them in order. So the first card goes here, second card, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth. And then you can figure out where you're at with where your age is. And then you can link it up with your chakra points. I mean, this is a big deal right here, because you're living from your heart, and he's got a master number 33 in that position. Wow. Amazing. That's all I got for today. My name is Logan. This is Decode Your Reality. Thank you so very much for watching.